State of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Izetta F. Bright is presiding. While court is in session, there's no eating, drinking, smoking, driving. Please remove any hats or hoods. Please adhere to all proper courtroom decorum. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge.
I'm asking everyone to remain mute unless I ask you to unmute yourself. Charles Allen, you may unmute yourself. This is cases number F 107-88001. Charge is driving while unlicensed. Set for a pretrial. There's also 184691701. Operating a motor vehicle with no insurance, pretrial. SP 107-88011. Improper display of plates, civil infraction. Count 2. Driving with expired plates. Count 3. Defective brake lights, civil infraction. Counsel?
Rudy Sarah, P35720, on behalf of Charles Allen, who is on screen with us. Mr. Allen, would you identify yourself to the Honorable Judge Bright, please?
Yes, my name is Charles Allen.
Your Honor, regarding the trials, an offer has been made to Mr. Allen whereby an amendment would be made so he would plead guilty to a failure to display instead of that being unlicensed, and all of the other charges would be dismissed. He would like to take advantage of that offer.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, you did send me that one, right? I have to find this case. For some reason I'm not finding it here. Okay. Let me. You did resend that to me, is that correct, Miss Edwards?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Aha. I am looking right now for it, and I will.
You need me to send it again, Your Honor?
Also ready on Turner, if that's more convenient for you, Judge.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to another device here. Okay, I don't see it in my spam. I don't see it in my. Yes, Miss Edwards, please send it to me again.
Yes, Your Honor.
I apologize, but I do not see it in my. Nor do I see Turner. You said you sent that as well, right? We're having, I guess I'm having the same problem I had the other day. These are not, and I don't see them in the spam. I don't know where they're going. I have no idea.
I'm sending both of them again, Your Honor.
I appreciate it. I have no idea where they went, but I cannot find them on my devices here. Okay, we have.
Do you have Charles Allen now, Your Honor?
Yes, they both came in just now. Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Allen, would you raise your right hand to be sworn in? You can unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself, sir.
There you
Okay,
go.
Mr. Allen, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
Yes.
Mr. Allen, you can put your hand down. Thank you. You can put your hand down, sir. Sir,
Okay.
you are consenting to have your matters addressed on today via Zoom court?
Yes.
And you did have an opportunity to speak to court-appointed attorney Sierra, court-appointed attorney this afternoon?
Yes.
And you did hear what he stated regarding what you wish to do and enter a plea?
Yes.
Did anyone promise you anything or threaten you to get you to enter this plea?
No.
You are entering the plea freely and voluntarily, sir?
Yes.
All right, let me pull up SP 107-88001. Well, these things are so hard to read. Okay, let's see. Give me a second, I'm still working. I needed to enlarge it, I couldn't read it. On that ticket on the date of April 20th, 2020, were you operating a motor vehicle on East 7 Mile Road in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, sir. I didn't hear your
Yes.
response. Okay. And were you
Yes.
stopped by, pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
And were you asked to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Were you able to produce that license?
No.
Are you satisfied,
That
Attorney
is sufficient.
Musura? Okay.
That is sufficient, Judge.
Court will accept the plea and adopt the recommendation of the Assistant Corporation Counsel and amend that case to a failure to display a valid operator's license, a 0-point violation. And also per that recommendation, dismiss 184691701 and dismiss SP 1078801 counts 1, 2, and 3. Would that address all of the matters, Attorney Sarah?
We've got SP 1078801 counts 1, 2, and 3.
I just dismissed those
Okay.
per the recommendation.
Right. And then
Okay,
the other one's 184691701. You got that.
okay.
Thank you, Judge.
And that is with the stipulation of probable cause as to the dismissals.
We do stipulate.
Okay. Is there anything you wish to state on behalf of Mr. Allen before I impose sentence?
I will leave it to Mr. Allen to address the court.
Anything else you wish to state, Mr. Allen?
No, not at this time.
Okay,
Well,
per-
Mr. Allen, you indicated, I'm
That-
sorry.
okay, you did have something to say. Okay, all right.
Mr. Allen, you shared with me an issue about your ability to pay.
Oh, yeah, because
Judge imposes sentence, you need to share that.
Well, counsel, you could have let me know that before so that
I'm
could-
sorry, Judge.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Allen. Well,
yes,
Mr. Allen, due to the
Can't hear.
pandemic, I am going to, pardon me, can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you. Keep breaking up though.
Okay, I don't know, it's on your end. Am I sounding breaking up to you, Attorney Sarah?
No, Judge.
Okay, it must be your computer. Mr. Allen, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Okay, due to the pandemic, I'm going to waive your fines and costs. You would have been in excess of $125. Well, actually
you.
in excess of $150. I'm waiving those fines and costs. So
thank you very much.
do you have any other questions, sir?
No, that'll be all.
All right, then you are free to leave. Okay,
I missed that.
Your Honor, the state prosecutor is zoomed in.
you are free to
Okay,
leave,
thank you.
Mr. Allen.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, and the prosecutor we needed him for whose case?
Norris turn. Norris-
Okay. It was someone else too, I think it was an attorney, a retained attorney that had asked for the prosecutor.
Not the city prosecutor, this is for the state case.
Okay, so the city prosecutor, you're still waiting on, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, you've
Judge.
asked for him.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what she does.
Judge, on Randall Anderson, whom we're coming up to, there are 2 state matters where there's no offer. So if the state prosecutor is available, perhaps they could take a look at that.
okay, so but you were asking first for originally you were asking for the state prosecutor for Mr. Norris Turner, is that right?
I don't need him for Norris Turner. I'm ready on Turner.
I thought you had needed somebody. You don't need,
Nope.
wait a minute, other than the assistant prosecuting attorney now for Mr. Anderson. Is that
Right.
correct?
Right.
Assistant prosecutor, would you just state your name so we know that you're on.
Zachary Kowalczyk, you're under state prosecutor.
Okay, and I think, yes, Randall Anderson was from the morning docket, and Attorney Searer has indicated that there are two matters that are state cases that we would like you to look at if possible.
Sounds good. If you don't mind putting me in a quick breakout with Mr. Sarah.
Okay, we will do just that.
Excuse me, Judge. Gentlemen,
Yes,
Do you
yes.
guys have
You
do you
need to
guys-
identify yourself, please.
Brandon Thompson?
Yes, sir.
Am I checked in?
Sir, didn't the clerk tell you you were checked in?
I guess.
Did she tell you you were checked in, sir?
I believe I heard her say that.
I believe she did say that, sir. You are checked in. Thank you. Okay, attorneys. You.
Got it?
Attorney,
Yes, yes, Your Honor. This is Attorney Alamamle.
okay, you wanted to speak with
With the city
city attorney. Okay, I know it was someone that had indicated they were needed for that. So
we have this matter set for a knife.
pardon me?
We have the case of Naif and AIF. Last name is ALM
AL what?
ALMAISARI.
Okay, I believe the court clerk indicated that she did call for the assistant corporation counsel.
He's on Zoom, Your Honor.
He is there? Okay, hi, Attorney Morgan. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, on the case of Almasri, ALMAISARI, last name, the attorney wishes to speak with you. So can I put you all in a breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Your Honor, the state prosecutor is still here. He never went to the breakout room with the House counsel.
Okay, well, let me start this over again then. Let me get you all situated. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay. Mr. Kowalczyk and Attorney Sarah, you're going into breakout room 1. As soon as I can find your name, Attorney Sarah, I always lose it. Okay, here it is. All right, breakout room 1. And then Attorney Morgan, breakout 2, along with Attorney Awanla.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Breakout 2. Okay, Mr. Morgan, you were in with attorney.
Let me see his name. He just came out too. Let me see. Yeah, he's out too. Attorney Al.
Alawame.
Okay, so
Alawame.
Judge, can I go into a breakout room with my client? He's on Zoom, so
you
I
sure
could.
you sure
thank
can. Let me
thank
ask him to unmute Mr. Amor. Pronounce
Almas
his name.
Almasri. Naif.
Mr. Al-Masri, please unmute yourself. Okay,
Hi.
sir, you're going to go on to a breakout room with your attorney, so I'm getting ready to do that.
Okay.
As soon as I find again you all's names. Which room were you in, Mr.
Alawame.
Attorney?
I'm not sure, Judge, which one. I missed that number.
Okay, I see you. I see. No, I see him. I don't know where you all were. Hold on a second. I have to figure out where you all were. Okay, I'm going to have to hold on a second. Okay. Actually, let me put you, I'm going to give me a second to get this together here. Okay, Mr. Al-Masri, I'm going to put you in the room with your attorney. When you see join, please do so.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, attorney. Okay, here we are.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, attorney Sarah. You were speaking with
Yes, we were,
regarding
That was
regarding.
Mr.
I'm sorry.
Randall Anderson, last one on the docket from this morning.
Okay, but okay, so have we done Mr. Turner?
Not yet. We're ready on Turner and we're ready on Anderson.
Okay, so you are ready for Mr. Turner's case to be called. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, give me 1 second or a little bit longer to get that. Norris Turner, you may unmute yourself, please.
Hello.
Good afternoon. This is case. Okay, wait a minute, let me find you. Case number 204940211. Charges operating a motor vehicle with improper license plates. This is the arraignment on the warrant. Counsel?
Rudy Sarah, 35720 for Mr. Turner. We would waive the formal reading and request that warrants be recalled.
Court will recall all outstanding warrants. Counsel?
Your Honor, Mr. Turner has the charge of having an improper license. An offer has been made to him to change it to a failure to display, and he is willing to plead to the failure to display.
Okay, I don't have the recommendation. I just have the ticket, so.
I can show it to you.
No, you don't have to show it to me, but that is
Okay.
the written recommendation from the assistant prosecutor.
Yes,
Morgan. Okay,
yes,
that is to change it to a failure to display.
correct.
If he enters a plea. Okay. Mr. Norris Turner, would you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Mr. Turner, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
Yes.
And sir, you can put your hand down, please. Sir, you are consenting to having your matter taken care of via this Zoom court today?
Yes.
Sir, do you understand that you do have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes.
By entering a plea, you're giving up that right to a trial. Do you understand?
Yes.
Has anyone promised you anything or threatened you to get you to enter this plea?
No.
You are entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So on the date of April 24th, 2020, were you operating a motor vehicle on Artesian Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
Were you asked to produce your driver's license to that officer?
Yes.
Were you able to produce a valid driver's license to him?
No.
Satisfied, Judge.
Okay. The court is ruled that. I'm sorry, I cannot hear someone speaking in the background. Okay, so I'm sorry, Attorney Sarah, you said, were you satisfied with his
Yes.
plea? The court
Yes,
will accept the plea and adopt the written recommendation of the Assistant Corporation Counsel and amend the charge to a failure to display a valid operator's license, a 0-point violation. Anything you wish to state, counsel, before I impose sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to state, Mr. Turner?
No, ma'am.
Okay, based on the pandemic, I am going to waive your fines and costs, which would have been in excess of $150. So you are all set. Well, you did post a bond or not? I'm sorry, Mr. Turner. Did
Yes.
did you post a bond? Did you pay some money regarding this ticket to the warrant that was on the ticket?
I'm not for sure because I can't pay some tickets, so I'm not for sure.
Okay. Ms. Edwards, is there a suspension on his license?
Your Honor.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Did he have a Secretary of State suspension?
One moment, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
All right, so you are all set, Mr. Turner. You are free to leave. Fines have been waived.
Hey, thank you. Have a good day.
You too, sir.
Your Honor, we're ready on almost.
All right.
And I'm ready to talk with Randall Anderson.
Okay, so let me first put Attorney Sierra in with Randall Anderson. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Once you see the join, you're going into room 1. Once I find your name, you should join now.
Your Honor, do we still need the state prosecutor?
Did he? No, I think he spoke regarding Mr. Anderson. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. I was just, I know Mr. Sarah was gonna talk to him, and once that was all set to go, I was gonna log off, so.
Yeah, once you can wait for that, and then
Sounds good.
Okay, do we have Mr. Masri's?
Yeah, he's here, Judge.
No,
Yes, Your Honor.
no, I'm speaking to the court clerk. Do I have his ticket? What are you doing on that one?
Your Honor, there's an offer by,
Okay, hold on. Is he going to take the offer? I just need to know that.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I need Mr. Masri's.
Yes, Your Honor.
No, I'm speaking to the court clerk. I apologize. I forgot that a lot of people are. Just give the court clerk a second to send over. So there was someone here, attorney for Mr. Todd, was there, or he's gone now?
No, I'm right here, Your Honor.
Okay, did your client ever check in?
I'm not certain who is listed as the iPhone, Your Honor, but based on the names I see, it doesn't look as such.
Okay, the person that's named iPhone, please identify yourself, unmute and identify yourself.
Lawrence Turner.
Have you checked in, sir?
Oh, no, I just got in here.
Okay.
Like 30 minutes ago. I was in the wrong room.
Spell your first name.
Larence.
Turner is the last, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Console, your client didn't check in. Did you try and reach him?
Yes, Your Honor, but it's no avail. But I was going to ask this court, in light of his lack of presence, kind of motion to this court to waive his presence, so we can proceed forward with the arraignment.
No.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
No, he would need to be present to be arraigned.
Well, we did send in a waiver of arraignment, and we were told that we would have to. I would have to check in just to put that on the record, Your Honor.
Okay, well, when did you send that? Do we have such document, Ms. Edwards? Did you let the court clerk know that you had sent in a waiver?
My clerk sent that waiver in earlier. He called over to the court, was informed that Although the waiver
Earlier
was
meaning,
accepted.
earlier meaning what, Counsel?
Earlier meeting
Today?
today, yes, today roughly, this proceeding started at 1:30. I believe the waiver was emailed or faxed in roughly about 12 o'clock, 12:30.
Okay, where was it emailed to?
Courtroom 437, Judge Garrett, because the notice that we received had the name of Judge Garrett, 43.
Right, she's on a different docket right now, and I have taken over the 437 docket for today. Miss Edwards, would you check and see whether it would have come from who, Attorney Andrews?
Would it come from the Perkins Law Group?
Okay.
That's what it is.
I don't know where that fax is. I don't know where he sent that to.
Can you give me one moment? Let me
You
confirm.
you said you emailed it or faxed it?
Yes, let me confer with
Email.
the clerk.
Okay.
Let me confer with the clerk briefly, Your Honor. I'll be right back with you. I'm going to entertain all the necessary details. Be right back.
Sure, no problem. Madam Clerk, do I have Mr. Anderson's matters?
Randall Anderson?
Yes. Would you send them over, please? Because that's who you're talking with now.
He has about 15.
I didn't hear you.
You have about 15 cases. Do you want just the offer?
Well, you can give that to me at the time, but in order to, if he's taking a plea, I might need the actual ticket. Okay, but just give me, send me the offer, the prosecutor's recommendation.
Your Honor, I do have, my apologies. I didn't know if you were on the record with someone else, Your Honor. This is Attorney Andrews with regards to Karan Todd.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we faxed it to 313-965-3951, and we made a detention clerk of Judge Ruth Garrett.
Wait, hold on a second. Is 3951, what number is that?
The fax number?
No. I'm okay. Let me identify who I'm speaking to. Miss Edwards, would that number be familiar? 3951-965-3951?
That probably was Robert's fax, when they faxed it to Robert. I have no idea, Your Honor.
Well, could you check?
I don't know where that fax number, I don't know who. Robert's in a different courtroom. I don't know where that fax number goes.
Where did you get the number to fax it to from Attorney Andrews? I apologize because what.
What's the clerk here, Your Honor, has a listing of the various numbers to fax over to the various courthouses. He took that upon himself to fax that over. So it's something that he has knowledge of.
Well, I tell you what, I am going to, on the record, allow you to waive your client's presence, but that document needs to get somewhere. So between you and the court clerk, you could figure out exactly where it should be sent, but that we can do that afterwards.
If you can provide me with more updated fax number, Your Honor, or email address, I can have.
What I'm saying, sir, is we're going to go on and do this now, and then you can do that afterwards, so I can proceed on with the other cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you are Todd. This is on the record, case number SP 109-04601. Karon, last name Todd. Charges driving while license suspended. This matters before the court for an arraignment today.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Justin Andrews, PA 81445 on behalf of Mr. Karan Todd. And as you stated, Your Honor, today's the day and time set for arraignment. We're asking for you to waive a formal reading of the charges, and my client stands mute and her plea of not guilty.
Okay, so per our conversation before going on the record regarding this, you indicated that you had faxed over, or your clerk had faxed over the waiver of arraignment form earlier. So we're trying to figure out how that needs to go, or you may need to resend it, but you can call the court clerk once you hang up from here to find out exactly what you need to do. And the court will waive your client's presence.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Purposes of arraignment, and enter a plea of not guilty. Set your pre-trial date for, is it May? You told me May 9th, Ms. Edwards?
May the 3rd, Your Honor, May 3rd.
May 3rd, where did I get 9 from? May 3rd, 2020 at what time?
2021, Your Honor.
2021, I'm taking you all, we don't want to go back there. May
Is it
3rd.
a trial, Your Honor, or a trial?
Pre-trial date for May 3rd, 2021.
8:30.
8:30 a.m.
Okay. Thank you very much, Your Honor. I will contact the courts upon hanging up from this call, and we will get that information over to you ASAP, or resend it to you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
All right, hold on a second. Are we ready on Mr. Al-Masri? Well, just a minute, counsel, just
Yes,
a minute, just a minute. As to Attorney Sierra, as to Mr. Anderson, is that right? No.
Yes.
What are you going to do with that? A plea or a?
We have a plea deal worked out.
So, okay, he wishes to plead per the recommendation. Okay, I just would, and you're going to send that over to me, if not already, Ms. Edwards, Mr. Randall Anderson's.
I sent over the plea offer, Your Honor.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr.
Alawame, Judge?
Awami, thank
Yes.
you. You're ready on Mr. Al-Masri?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can unmute Mr.
Yes.
Okay, let me call the case number. This is strike that. This is U 565-81020. The charge is offered to engage the services of another for an act of prostitution. This matter is before the court for an arraignment.
Your Honor, we would wait for reading stamp mute at this time.
Would you, again, for the record, identify yourself?
Respectfully, Judge Attorney Alawame, bar number 66874 on behalf of Mr. Naif.
Sir, would you unmute yourself and identify yourself for the record? Mr. Al-Masri, please unmute yourself.
Yes, Your Honor.
And your name, your name for the record.
Naif Al-Masri.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Counsel, you can
Respectfully,
proceed.
there's at this point.
You're breaking up, Counsel. I don't know what's causing that, but you're breaking up. Would everyone please mute themselves that's not speaking before the court right now, except for the two persons that the court has asked to unmute.
Yes, respectfully, Judge.
Okay. Now I hear you.
There's an offer of disorderly conduct. At this time, he wishes to avail himself of the offer, Judge.
Mr. Al-Masri, would you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Al-Masri, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Mr. Al-Masri, do you consent to having this matter addressed today before the court on Zoom?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have had an opportunity to speak with your attorney regarding this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
You heard what he stated today regarding the plea recommendation from the Assistant Corporation Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you do wish to enter a plea and have the court adopt that recommendation?
Yes.
Has anyone promised you anything or threatened you to get you to enter this plea?
No.
You are entering the plea freely and voluntarily, sir?
Yes.
So on the date of,
Respectfully, Judge, may I voir dire?
wait a minute, I need, okay, I just need to establish some basics first. Okay, you can voir dire, but I need, on the date of October 7th, 2020, were you on John R. Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Okay,
And,
counsel.
Yeah, and Mr. Al-Masri, on that day and that location, did you cause a disturbance or a ruckus in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Defense satisfied, Judge.
I'm not, counsel. That doesn't fit any,
Respectfully, Your Honor, I mean, it's being reduced to disorderly conduct, and I think that would satisfy the elements for disorderly conduct, Judge. He's not
no, it
pleading.
doesn't. The elements for disorderly conduct, just you said conducted a ruckus in the city of Detroit. That is not disorderly conduct. It needs another element in order to satisfy that.
Respectfully.
Like disturbing the peace and good order of the neighborhood.
Sorry,
that
Judge.
would be. So
Was,
you can ask them that.
Which resulted in disturbing the peace and the good order for the citizens of the city of Detroit?
Of the neighborhood that he was in.
You heard me, Mr. Al-Masri?
Yes.
Yes.
Your answer is yes to that question, sir?
Yes.
I will accept the plea and the recommendation of the Assistant Corporation Counsel and amend the charge to disorderly conduct. Is there anything else you wish to state, counsel, before the court imposes the sentence?
Respectfully, Judge, I would like to indicate that he's gainfully employed. He works for Flex Gating as a driver. He does have 3 children, ages 6, 2, and 1. He's a lifelong resident of Wayne County. I believe this would be an isolated incident. He's got no other contacts with the criminal justice system, Judge.
No other contacts, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge. I believe this would be an isolated incident, Judge. We would request immediate sentencing, Judge, on his behalf, and non-reporting probation, Judge.
Well, there's several recommendations. I'm going to issue a fine in the amount of $500.
Okay.
And do you need time to pay?
Mr.
Yes.
How long do you need?
Like 3 days until Friday.
Oh, 3 days.
Okay. That's not finished. Sir, well, let's say I'll give you 10 days. So we'll give you a review date of March 5th.
Okay.
2000. Pardon me? $500. And he has a review date of March 5th at 9:00 a.m.
Respectfully, Judge, is
So
that,
what, Mr. Almasri, if you have paid that prior to that March 5th date, you don't have to appear back in court. But if you have not, then you need to appear on that date.
respectfully, would you
Yes.
take this, would you take this under advisement if he pays it in, within 3 days? So we could keep his record clean?
No, I'm not going to take it. It wasn't, that wasn't what the
All right.
recommendation was. Well, was
Yes,
that? Okay, no, yes. Yeah, it was just sort of disorderly conduct. And actually asked for more than that. So, yeah, so it just be, he just needs to pay it. And, excuse me. So again, if he pays it before March 5th, he does not have to appear. If he doesn't, then he must appear on that date. You understand, Mr. Almasri?
Yes.
Okay. Counsel, any further questions?
So that would be non-reporting probation, closure upon payment of the $500, right? Ron?
Yeah, I'm not putting him on probation. I'm just fining him.
Thank you, Judge.
There's a difference there. There's a difference. There's a fine. Okay,
Thank
you're
Thank
all
you.
set. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
you're in staff. Thank you, Judge.
You too. Mr.
Bye-bye.
Almasri, you're free to leave.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, and so who else do we have left? Is it Mr. Turner? Mr. Anderson. Is that correct?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay, let me find his. Hold on a second. I need to.
Did you call Townsend or not yet?
Ms. Edwards, you said you sent me Mr. Anderson's. Did it come? Did you send it again? I'm not finding it in my.
I just sent over the offer, Your Honor.
Okay.
State Attorney Kowalczyk also made an offer that you may not have on the written form, Judge.
Well, you can address it once we.
Yes. He was in the room. I'm not sure if he's still with us.
You have it, Your Honor?
Yes. Okay, Mr. Randall Anderson, you can unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. I have Randall Anderson, and he has several cases. I'm going to just read, I'll read the first case number in, and then the rest of them will be the charges. U206-33514. Charge is entering without permission. He has another entering without permission, a license, driving while license improper, unregistered, driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle, improper plates, entering without permission, no insurance, no operator's license on person, 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 and entering without owner's permission. And lastly, a narcotic/drug violation. All these matters are before the court for an arraignment on the bench warrant. Counsel?
Rudy Sarah, P35720, on behalf of Randall Anderson, who is on Zoom with us. I'd waive the formal reading, Your Honor. Request that all warrants be recalled.
Would you identify yourself again for the record, sir?
Randall B. Anderson.
Court will enter a plea of not guilty and recall all outstanding warrants. Counsel?
Your Honor, Mr. Anderson has been given an offer today that would resolve all 15 matters that are on the docket. He has been requested by the city to plead guilty to entering without permission on 2 tickets, one of having an improper license, and the state has asked him to plead guilty.
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm having a hard time hearing you, counsel. I just want to make sure everyone is on mute that is not speaking. And Mr. Anderson, you could even mute yourself for now, but you can't hear, right? Okay, thank you. Now, would you repeat that so I can hear it?
Yes, Your Honor. The state has made an offer whereby Mr. Anderson would plead guilty to SP 474791, improper plates, and they would dismiss the other state actions. So that would be SP 479492 and 3, and ticket 12444.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's do it this way to make it simpler for the court to address. Just tell me which ones that he's going to enter a plea. And then
yes,
it is my understanding that everything else would be a
that's
dismissal.
Correct.
Okay,
and
so just
that's
and you
correct.
could tell me what the charge is when you say he's going to enter a plea.
Okay.
Then, okay, thank you. Let's start over.
SP 47479, count 1. That's a charge of having an improper license. He's going to be guilty. U41764, 61817. That's a charge of entering without permission. Guilty. U206-33514, entering without permission. Guilty. The ticket they've written down should be 17. They've written down 309.
Okay, wait a minute, what should it be?
They left off the 17. It's the last one on the page. 173-093-021, no ops. Everything else is to be dismissed.
Okay, Mr. Anderson, you can unmute yourself at this time. Please raise your right hand and be sworn in. Sir, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
I do.
You can put your hand down, sir. Thank you. Mr. Anderson, you do consent to these matters being addressed today on this Zoom court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone, well, let me first, second say, have you had an opportunity to speak with the court-appointed attorney, Mr. Sierra?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you did hear what he has stated that you wish to enter a plea to and have the court adopt the recommendation of the Assistant Corporation Counsel for the City of Detroit and the Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for Wayne County to have the remainder of the matters dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that is what you wish to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything or threatened you to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
You are entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's start with the, do you have the actual cases, Attorney Sierra?
I do not, Judge. I do not have tickets or reports.
Okay. That's where we have a problem. Miss Edwards, I'm going to need your assistance. Miss Edwards?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you need to read the 947479, the date and place for me.
Okay, that will be November 13th, 2018, approximately 2:14 p.m.
No, wait a minute. All I want to know is the date and the place. That's all I need. Okay.
Okay, November 13th, 2018, Wyoming and Finkel.
Mr. Anderson, on that date and time, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And were your license improper at that time?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Were your license improper at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Judge? Yes.
Court will accept that plea. Okay, the next one, Miss Edwards, is you, 417-61817.
November 7th, 2017, location 13519 Mitchell.
Mr. Anderson, on that date and time, were you at that address in the city of Detroit?
Yes, Your Honor.
And had you entered the property without permission of the owner?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel?
Satisfied, Judge.
Okay. Court will
Judge, I
accept-
have a breakout room invitation on my screen. You don't want me elsewhere, do you?
No, just ignore anything and everything except for what we're dealing with right now. I don't know where that came from. Okay. So, I will accept that plea. The next one is U 206-33514.
December 1st, 2014, location 13474 Mitchell.
And Mr. Anderson, were you at that location on that date and time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now I'm lost here. Okay, I don't see that one, 206. Oh, that's the first one, okay. And had you entered that property without the owner's written permission?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel?
Satisfied, Judge?
Court will accept that plea. And lastly is 17309-302. Count 1, 2, 1.
November 7th, 2017, location 13519 Mitchell.
Is that on 17309-3021?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's for a no operator's license?
Yes,
Okay. Were you at that location on that date and time, Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
And were you able to produce a valid operator's license at that time when asked by a Detroit police officer?
No.
Counsel,
Satisfied, Judge.
court will accept that plea. And per the written recommendation, all of the other cases are dismissed. That will be 233091. This is Z793669, U78536811, U53310609, U29126207, 144362461, 12444234293, 1262795, 144299093, P94749243, 124442334 counts one. And I failed to say in the above when I said 124442334, that was counts 2 and 3.
Correct.
So all those are dismissals with the stipulation of probable cause.
And we do stipulate the probable cause.
Counsel, is there anything that is dismissed? Now, is there anything else you wish to state before the court imposes the sentence?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that Mr. Anderson does have a bond, and he indicated in our conversation that he had been to the court in November and had paid a substantial amount of money at that time, and apparently had thought that he had gotten all of his business taken care of. Is there anything that you want to add, Mr.
Anything else,
Anderson?
Mr. Anderson?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you want to state before I impose
I would
sentence?
just like to know, I would just like to know when this is resolved, will I be able to get my license? So I don't have to go through this ever
I can't
again.
answer that question, sir. If that's the reason your license is being held up, then you have to address that with the Secretary of State. I don't know if these are the matters in which they have suspended your license for. I have no idea. You would have to take that up with them. Okay? They're the ones that suspends the license, not the court.
Thank you.
He does have some suspensions. Is that correct, Ms. Edwards?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so sir, I am going to waive fines and costs, which would have been in excess of $250, but you will need to address all reinstatement fees with the Secretary of State. Again, they're the ones that have suspended your license. You can apply any bond money to pay for those suspensions. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can check with the Secretary of State. Well, check tomorrow, and then check with the Secretary of State regarding if there's anything else you need to do. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're free to leave, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so everyone else is for an arraignment this afternoon. These are the afternoon cases. Is that correct? Is that what I have left? So when your name is called, please unmute yourself. Jesse James Alexander.
Yes. I'm here.
This is SP 111-48061. Charge is no operating motor vehicle with no insurance. Also count 2, expired plates. Count 3, expired plates, civil infraction, and count 3, no proof of registration. Keontae Appling. And Mr. Alexander, I'm sorry, you can mute yourself back for now. Mr. Appling, this is SP 107-61821. No operator's license on person while operating a motor vehicle. And count 2, improper plates on the motor vehicle. Excuse me. Count 3, unregistered or untitled motor vehicle. And your name again, sir? Sir, your name?
Keontae Appling.
Okay. You can mute yourself back.
Keontae Appling.
I said you can mute yourself back, sir. Thank you. Mohammed Islam, unmute yourself, please.
Hey, Your Honor.
Your name for the record?
Mohammed Islam.
This is SP 111-37021. Charge is open alcohol in a motor vehicle driver. Count 2. Count 2 is a civil infraction for defective or missing equipment. Sir, you can mute yourself back. Brandon Thompson, unmute.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your name, please.
Brandon Thompson.
This is SP 109-16831. Charge is operating motor vehicle with no insurance. Also, SP 109-1681, count 1. Disregarding a red traffic signal, the civil infraction. Count 2 is driving in an unsafe manner. And count 3, defective brake lights. So you can mute yourself back.
Yes, ma'am.
ASH, Junaria, last name Townsend. Please unmute yourself. Please identify yourself. Your name?
My name Oscaria Townsend.
This is SP 105-93631. The charge is driving while license suspended. You can mute yourself back, ma'am. Darius Travis.
I'm here, Judge.
This is SP 111-43531. Strike that. No, that is right. SP 111-43531. The charge is disregarding an officer's direction or signal. And count 2, improper license. So you can mute yourself back.
Okay.
Kiana Tucker, unmute yourself.
Kiana Tucker, Judge.
SP 107-45761. The charge is driving an unregistered motor vehicle. And SP 107-45781. Civil infraction, no proof of insurance. You can mute yourself back, ma'am. Hassan Turner. Unmute yourself, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your name?
Hassan Turner.
SP 109-18471. The charge is operating motor vehicle with improper license. There's also SP 109-18461. limited access speed, civil infraction, SP 109-18472, driving with expired plates, civil infraction. You can mute yourself back.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I see one other name that I don't, let me see, is, hold on a second. Darius Travis, unmute yourself.
Yes, Judge,
Did we
you
do
already,
you?
yes,
Okay,
you
I
did.
just wanted to make sure is there anyone on this Zoom that has a matter this afternoon whose name I did not call? Anyone that I did not call?
Me, Lorenz Turner.
Okay, I missed you. You were the last person in, right? Okay, Mr. Turner. Lorenz Turner. Okay, I do have you. This is SP 1086199, count 1, operating a motor vehicle with no operator's license on person. Count 2, no insurance on the motor vehicle. There's also SP 108700001, civil infraction for defective brake lights. And count 2, civil infraction for defective mirror, driver's mirror. You can mute yourself back, sir. Is there anyone else that I have not called? No? Okay, the court will, for every case that has been called as that is a misdemeanor, court will enter a plea of not guilty. And as to the civil infractions, they deny responsibility at this point and set your pre-trials for May 3rd, 2021. And I'm sorry, Ms. Edwards, what time is the pre-trial?
8:30, Your Honor.
8:30 a.m. would be your pre-trial date. So you all were here for an arraignment this afternoon, and you have been arraigned. I am going to turn it over to Attorney Sierra to give them further explanation as to what the